Hello. Howdy. How goes it? So I know I normally give like 5 minutes for anybody to make their way in, but it's 15 past noon right now, so I'm running a little late, so I think I'm just going to cut that waiting period a little short and say hello and get started. Part of the reason why I'm late is because I, 1, slept in. I was pretty tired this morning, and 2, I needed to take a shower, which explains this. So yeah, and then so I come out of the shower to get live going. I'm like, I'll let the 5 minutes run out while I'm finishing getting ready, and I like left things in the basement. And yeah, it was chaotic. Have not had even a sip of coffee yet, but this is the mug I'm using this morning. Cat Mom. My partner is now home. Charlie, say hi.
Hi.
I no longer have the house all to myself. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I don't really have all that much more to share this morning. So I think I'm going to flip the camera and let's recap what we did yesterday. So here we have Mr. Gilly, this lovely northern pike. I've been getting comments and people in chat guessing what kind of fish this is. And I think so far I've gotten, what was that? A gar? Was it G-A-R? I think it was spelled. Excuse my voice, jeez. I also got a trout, and I believe there was one other fish. I don't remember what it was, but this is a northern pike. So to recap what we did with this yesterday, I filled in this little black and yellow section, not this one, just this one. Filled in this fin here, did this black outline through the body, and then this little bit right here. Yes, it took all the 2 hours to do that. Actually, it was like 2 hours and 20 minutes. And that is because this little guy is incredibly detailed. And I'm using size 13 beads. Sans the white ones that I'm calling scam beads, because I ordered size 13 and that's what they sent me. So clearly size 11. I'm still a little sour about it. Especially because I'm pretty sure you get charged more for size 11. So that's why I'm calling them the scam beads. So I am just going to jump right into it. Today what I'm going to be working on is this fill area here. The bottom portion of the body. And I don't really have a super great plan of how to tackle this fish. I'm just kind of taking each area as I go. Very much like, oh, I'm packing way too many black beads on. Very much like a one day at a time kind of method. Just one chunk of area at a time. It's like in order to, I want to like lay these black beads down right here to fill up this bead area, but now I don't know when to stop because these red aren't done. I almost wonder if I should do all the little red spots first. I think that's what I should do actually. Do all the little red spots first and then put on the black. Not every beader has a plan for their projects. A full plan. I'm just gonna figure this out as I go. I'm also willing to bet the beaters who do have plans figured out usually sometimes have that one project where they're like, man, what do I do? But I hope everyone is having a good morning. I forgot to say my usual spiel of like hello to you watching and hello to you in the future who's watching the replay. What's up, Orekwe? I did. I have it right next to me and I'm gonna show you because I'm sure you'd like to see. If I can zoom out enough. So this is the finished product. I feel like I made the rope just a little long. People were really interested in seeing how I attached the rope, which isn't like, you know, the prettiest from the back, but I like how it blends pretty seamlessly in the front. The president is going to brave the storm to come get it today. Okay, this last one needs to be sideways. Yeah, so the medallion was finished on Friday, and then the fish, I worked on the fish yesterday. I actually cheated a little bit and did the majority of the rope off stream just so I could finish it on stream. And save time for this little guy. Thank you. Now to slowly chip away at my version of the forever medallion. Oh my goodness. I have said I have like really weak vocal cords, right? But for some reason they're really acting up today. I like how, okay, I need to pick a thinner bead. The one I picked is like just as thick as the beads are wide. I'm not sure if that added anything. Like, it just still looks like a line. This is certainly proving to be one of the more challenging pieces for me. So I think that one's good, and I'm going to start on this one. Yeah, the main reason I was running late today was because I just could not wake up this morning. I stayed up too late. I couldn't stop watching a Twitch stream. They were playing my favorite game. Let's see, take this last one off. There's a part of this song that sounds very where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at. I also, while I'm taking a sip of coffee, also stayed up shopping a little bit too. I bought some fabric to make a tea dress and a cool ribbon skirt. So the reason I'm making a tea dress is because, for one, it's been on the YouTube bucket list for a while, but also, two, entire people requested it in these lives, and I'm like, man, okay, apparently I really need to do this. But the cool ribbon skirt was another idea that came up during a live. But I have another reason to make it, and it's to gift it to somebody because of what they gifted me. I meant to show this earlier in the live, but look at these. Just look at these. Like look at these. These are insane. So yeah, I need to make a skirt for this person. Aren't they? Like they're just wild to me. I'm like, oh my God. The construction is great. The paint, there's like some glitter on it. These spikes. Like these puppies are well constructed. They're secure. So I'm like, yeah, I cannot let a gift like this go unrepaid. And you know what? I'll make some content out of the gift I make to give back. So oh yeah, this is where there's two songs that sound identical right next to each other. Yeah, it's one of my partner's coworkers. Felt like I should have them, so she sent my partner home with them. Where's my other needle? They might be my longest pair of earrings now. I did make a long pair of earrings a few years ago. I haven't worn them in a while. They're all black with some porcupine quills. Specifically made them to be like my longest pair of earrings, but I think that these ones might have them beat. I almost wonder if I summoned that too, just because the other day I was like, I've never done an art trade before. I would really like to do an art trade. Yeah, these ones are past the shoulders. They're like past the neckline. They are kind of heavy for my ears, though, I will say. I'm not going to be able to like wear them all day. I'll have to give my ears a break. I have the kind of earlobes that are like detached from my head, if that makes sense. There's two kinds of earlobes. There's the kind that are like, oh, I don't know how to describe an earlobe actually. Basically, there's a kind that's like a little more attached, and I have the kind that isn't. So heavy earrings make my earlobes like droop. Alright, so there's another little red guy down. Let's do this little one. Something I've been kind of thinking about this year that I have always wanted to do ever since I was like a kid, like a teenager, I mean, is gauging my earlobes. I've been thinking seriously about it just because I'm like, man, I'm gonna be 35 and I still haven't done it. The primary reasons I haven't done it yet is because it takes time, and it's not a lot of money, but it is money that you have to spend to gauge your lobes. And also I would have to come up with solutions for wearing my earring collection. You're still droop even when they're connected. So maybe my theory is wrong that the connected earlobes do better. If I wear heavy earrings, which I have a few pairs, even just like the piercing holes just start to get sore, and I'm like, I need a break. I think I have one pair of earrings that are like the fingernail posts. They're also one of my heavier pairs too that I can only wear for like a few hours before I'm suffering. But I have some fingernail posts for making earrings. I have a bunch of earring making stuff. I haven't really made a pair of earrings in like, I feel like a couple of years at this point. Oh, that kind of stretched. Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm like, if I gauge my ears, then I'd have to come up with a way to be able to wear my earrings. I can rest assured that, you know, this is a 2-woman household. A 2 native woman household. Them earrings are gonna get worn regardless if I'm wearing them. I was waiting to hear my partner giggle in the other room, but she must not be listening.
No, I heard you.
You heard me?
Oh, yeah. I'm down to, like, challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. She says that like she hasn't already been wearing my earrings from time to time.
Oh, yeah.
But it's fine because I've worn hers. And I don't necessarily want like, I don't want big gauged ears either. I don't really know the measuring system very well, so I can't really describe what I would be looking for. I definitely want gauged ears like on the smaller side. You know, I actually thought that these red pieces were going to be a nightmare to do. That's why I'm doing them now. I'm like, well, let's get the worst part out of the way. But they're actually kind of fun to do. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. So it's like beads. The smaller the number, the bigger the bead. I definitely know to like not go fast. That's one of the factors that made me like never do it, was the time you have to take. It's like about procrastination. I know it's gonna take a long time to do this. Like, this is something I have to kind of focus on for a while. So I'm just gonna, maybe I'll do it next year. Oh, maybe I'll do it next year. Oh, maybe in a few years. My inner 16-year-old would not be happy with me at this point. She's probably wondering like why they aren't stretched yet. And yes, looking cool heals my inner child. I was definitely always concerned with like fashion as a kid, like my entire life basically. But I wasn't concerned with it in an acceptable way. What I mean by that is like I never was really about trends or what was normal. In fact, like some of my looks I would pull, I would just feel so like good in them and proud, and then my friends would my friends would make fun of me Because it's a commitment. Yeah, like if I stretch these, they're like this, at least for a good while. You know, it's kind of wild. I just thought of this because of the whole like clothes thing and like my friends making fun of me. Is like I had the kind of low res friends that were so fucking mean. They would even tell me when they were being shady, like behind my back. Like if they were talking shit about me or any of the other friends, like it wasn't just me that was being mean to. Like I think everybody was just doing it to everybody. We were kids. But they would straight up tell you like, "Oh, I was talking shit about you." And the age I'm talking about right now is like 10, 11. Just toxic ass age, let me tell you. In my experience, anyways. One time, two of my friends were, and let me say, like, this is the res. These are also my cousins, so I just think primarily we would think of each other as friends more than like family. Because even though they're like, I don't know, if you were to count like third cousins or something, that's kind of distant in res world. You could just consider yourselves friends at that point. But yeah, so one time they said that they were hanging out, like two of them were hanging out, and one of them had some sort of catalog. I don't remember if it was Kmart or Sears or some sort of catalog from one of those stores, those Walmart-like stores that sold everything, but they also sold clothes. And so they were looking through the clothes section, and they were pointing out to each other what ugly clothes they thought I would wear, and they called them Chelsea clothes. And they told me this. I don't think it was both of them. I don't remember which one. I was like hanging out with, and they're like, yeah, so the other day we were talking shit about you. And I really don't remember what I did. I don't remember how I reacted to that. I was also like the youngest of my group too. One of the friends was actually 3 entire years older than me, which isn't large by our current age standard. Like, I'm going to be 35, she's going to be 38. Like, that's basically the same age now. But when somebody's 10 and the other is 13, like, that's a pretty large power imbalance. And the other friend was, I think she was only like a year older than me. Maybe like a year and a half older. I was always hanging out with the older kids. So with that age difference being said, like, I'm quite sure that had something to do with me not being able to have much of a reaction at them being mean to me. But I think it was through like experiences like that sadly like gave me strength to just be my fucking self. Because you can't hurt me. People have already tried to hurt me. My feelings. So there's your Chelsea lore of the day.
This coffee is like a lifeline right now.
It is, and I've only had like 4 sips of mine because I had to jump right on the beading. But I strangely feel like immediately better just with the few sips that I've had. Oh, caffeine addiction. No, that's too thick for right there. This bead would work great in the middle though. The other Reslings. Yeah, I was talking about you. It's like, for one, why are you even my friend then if you're gonna talk about me like that? But for another, why are you telling me too? Like, what are you getting out of this? I feel like it was just, I almost wonder if it was the friend that was a great deal older than me, because she was like she was almost like a little ringleader in our little res group. She was like our little Regina George, honestly. Which sounds funny, but I'm for real. She was like our little Regina George. And these 2 girls, like, they did not turn out well either. A lot of my friend group growing up did not turn out well. It's pretty sad. All these huge white beads are infiltrating my red bead space. The scam beads. despite like dealing with a lot of like bullying behavior when I was a kid though, I don't know, it like never really stopped me from leaving the house and going and doing things. I would still kind of talk to people who were mean to me, even. I don't know. I feel like maybe I just wasn't scared of them, and so because they didn't sense that fear, maybe. Now I'm thinking about things I've never thought about before, like why were they friends with little old me? I don't know. Maybe it was just access to. There's only so many kids on the res. And our houses were near each other. In the beginning anyway, there was one friend who moved like several times. And like it would be in the same neighborhood. They'd be moving. There's one time where they literally moved across the street, and like this is res housing, so there's 2 different models of house that are just kind of sprinkled around the road. So like they moved from one of the 2-story models to another of the 2-story models across the street, and I thought it was cool back then because we would have like moving parties. There was when they moved across the street to the other 2-story model, their parents let us stay in the new house without them while the parents stayed in the old house. Side note, they were drinking, and we watched the Blair Witch Project in the new house. But I never, at that time, I'm just like, this is cool, this is fun. I never thought, like, why are they moving, though? It couldn't have been, like, financial issues or getting evicted or anything like that, because they're in the same housing system. They're going to another of the same exact house. They're just, like, switching house for some reason. I know, they really take whatever is the easiest, and weight is definitely one of those things where kids are just ruthless for no fucking reason. And evil too. I remember one time, it was generally like the girls would hang out with the girls and the boys would hang out with the boys, and every now and then we would kind of like intermingle. We would catch each other out in the wild. And then I don't want to say the word play, because I mean, I guess you can consider it playing. I don't know. But for some reason, this is so long ago, so a lot of the details are fuzzy, but for some reason one of the boys ends up hurt. I want to say, I feel like one of the girls had like kicked him in the nuts or something. Was it by purpose? Don't remember. How did it happen? Again, don't remember. He ended up hurt, and he like started crying, and she started laughing at him. Again, these are the same two girls that were making fun of me. Like, I'm telling you, little Regina Georges. They started laughing at him and making fun of his cry. Oh man, like, I'm trying to remember how old we were at the time. I feel like probably like 9 or 10. Well, I was 9 or 10. They were a little bit older. He was too. He was like 2 years older than me, so he had to have been around, I'm gonna guess, 11. Another little kid did that shit to my 11-year-old, I would be so pissed. And sad too. I would be pretty sad for my kid. But they don't really run around like I did. I was never in that house. My house. Just constantly running down the road and through the woods. Actually, I'm gonna leave that as is. I like how curved it is. Or wait. No, I will add a couple beads to thicken it up. One of the first moments I realized that just like times have changed and like the little res kids just aren't really like how we were when we were younger, and I feel like I genuinely think that millennials on my res anyways were like the last generation to be little res shits, like running around doing stupid shit, and that every generation before us was doing it. But the first time I realized I was in like my mid-20s and I was on lunch from work. Actually, no, I wasn't even mid-20s. I think I was like literally 20 or something. But I was on lunch from work and I decided to take my lunch and go park my car in front of the beach and eat my lunch while looking at the beach. My res is right next to its shores on Lake Superior. So yeah, I was like looking out on the lake. And as I was there, a van pulls up and a bunch of little res girls like pop out of the van. The mom had dropped them off to the beach so that they could go swimming. And I just remember thinking, what? My mom would have never. Like we were all riding our bikes. We would have ridden our bikes here. Or walked. We would have more than likely found the little res boys playing here too. I wanted to hang out with the boys more often, but they just didn't accept me, I guess. Plus, dating just became a thing for kids in my group so early. It's like disturbing to think about sometimes. And one time I was staying at, like, there are a couple of our friends were staying at another friend's house who we never really stayed at their house. It was just kind of like something we finally did. And it was the only time we stayed there. And again, these are cousins. These are not only friends, they're cousins. But the girl's brother develops like a little crush on me and makes his sister take me to the bathroom and like ask me out. I think I was like, I had to have been like around 10 or something at this point. And I was like, no, we are cousins. And she's like, so? So with all that being said, I think that was one reason why I didn't really hang out with the boys very much either, because there's always a chance that they were gonna develop little crushes. What's up, Organic? Howdy. Did you talk to your boss yet about the trip? We're telling Res stories in here. I imagine they're probably pretty similar to Bronx stories. Just like evil neighborhood kids. Come on, how long have you been my friend? You know what the res is. The Bronx was war. Well, I wasn't really necessarily meaning it was similar, like, environment-wise. I was mostly meaning, like, I'm sure the neighborhood kids were fucking evil.
I just invited a bunch of my coworkers, not a bunch of my coworkers, but some of my coworkers to our wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all excited. They're like, invite of the century.
Oh my.
And they're planning on getting an Airbnb.
I know, I was wondering about, like, if we invite over capacity, I wonder if we could just be like, sorry, you don't get to eat, but welcome.
Yes. Provide like local restaurants.
Yeah.
You can get food.
Yeah. The kids were chill, but the adult children in their 20s and 30s were evil. Charlie Organic says hello to the voice in the back.
Oh,
Do you know who Organic is? It's our...
okay.
I had to mouth your name to her. She just got home today. She was gone for how many days? 10 days?
Yeah, over a week and a half.
Yeah, like over a week and a half she was gone. She had to go to Minneapolis. Can I say why you were in Minneapolis, or is that top secret?
Yeah.
I can say it?
Yeah.
She met Leonard Peltier. Sis got to meet the legendary Leonard Peltier.
And it was this close to interviewing him. I mean, I almost did, like, technically, because I was texting questions to our boss who was interviewing him.
Yeah.
And she was asking the questions that I was asking. And he gave me a big old smooch before, not on the lips, but like on my cheek.
On the cheek?
Yeah.
He has such like grandpa vibes. When I seen that photo of you and Leonard Peltier, I was like, bro, reminds me of like my grandpa. Like I feel like I'm looking at my grandpa right now.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a sweetheart. Oh, holy crap, was he fiery.
I mean, if you consider what environment he's been in for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she was in Minneapolis. She met Leonard Peltier. It was like through her work. They were doing something with him. And then she went to Kansas. So that's why I was home alone for this whole week. I had the internet all to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Although she's here, I'm sure using the internet, it doesn't seem to be lagging or anything, so that's good news. Alright, this little red chunk, I think is just gonna have to be a little line without any thickening. Organic, please still be there. Did you talk to your boss yet? I'm so curious. Oh my goodness. I will keep your back in my thoughts, Odekwe. You have a good day too. Thank you for hanging out. Dang it. I'm so impatient. I was telling Charlie yesterday though when we were yapping, catching up after she got back from her trip, that I was like, oh yeah, Organic is thinking of coming on the trip, and they said that they're 99% sure. And so yeah, I just start yapping to her about like some of the plans, and it made me realize I never had a talk with you about backpacking and not suitcasing. So we're gonna have to have a chat about that, my friend. There shall be no suitcasing in Europe. Organic, never mind, I'm not coming. Yeah, you can't really suitcase in Europe. That's why people backpack. Especially if you stay in hostels. Because the lockers that you put your stuff in, you can't fit a suitcase in it. And then also there will be good stretches of time where we won't have anywhere to store our things, so we have to like bring our stuff with us wherever we go. Not 30 days of clothes. What do you need 30 days of clothes for? It's gonna be like 4 days. Charlie actually bought me a backpack for this trip. I was planning on getting a new one. I wanted a duffel, a smaller duffel that would turn into a backpack, and she was like, oh, like a Patagonia? And I was like, yeah, basically like a Patagonia. But knowing that Patagonia is really expensive, I was like, but I'm not buying a Patagonia. And she was like, bet I'll buy it for you. And so she bought me a Patagonia. So if you look up like I put a link of it in the line chat. You can see like what I'm talking about, and then if you're not willing to drop, almost $200 on a bag, there are alternatives out there for like a smaller duffel that can be worn as a backpack and would be bigger than a normal like school backpack. That was part of the reason why I wanted the duffel, because I was tired of my school backpack. Like I want a little more room, but I don't want an entire duffel bag. So my plan is to basically wear like the same items over and over again, like bringing a like long sleeve and pants outfit and a short sleeve and shorts outfit, and just re-wearing it based on what the weather is like. I don't think it's gonna be crazy warm, but you never know. I also have to bring some sort of work outfit too, because I have to go to LA and go right to work after we're done. So I think I'm just gonna pack like a light dress. And that's it, 3 outfits, that's all I'm bringing. And one of them will be on me at all times and not in the duffel. Although I just remembered I have to bring something to sleep in. I didn't think about that. Shit. When I had the talk with Miracle though, where I was like, you're gonna have to backpack though and not suitcase, she's like, oh man. Like, this is gonna be one of those trips where we're basically always just gonna be moving. Ain't no rest for the wicked. Where the heck did I... How was it tacked right in the center? Maybe it isn't. I'm gonna add the extra beads up top. Sag. That's one thing that I really wish YouTube had that Twitch has, is the emotes. That's actually the primary reason that I started streaming on Twitch. It's not even to like grow a platform there or like make any money. I don't care if I get a single sub. I really don't care. All I want to do is to be able to reach affiliate and load up some of my own emotes so that I can use them in the communities that I visit. But the way I would love to have emotes for YouTube, like for these things, it would also be cool if YouTube would like load up emotes that you could, or not, I'm sure YouTube does have emotes, but like you could have your personal emotes be used in the comment sections. Are you gonna go with like a theme people might choose some sort of animal that's their theme, or... Ooh, exciting. I just want all my emotes to be like memes. I've been thinking about changing my name, my username, to snokiekwe. So I'm obviously gonna have to have some kekw memes. Oh, okay, soul related. That's really cool. Yeah, my username is snokiekwe, so kwe is spelled Kwe, and one day I was in a live or a stream, and I'm always in there. I've been in there for a few years. I still go in there every day, and the streamer was like, Snooki, I'm not gonna lie, every time I read your name, my brain reads it as snokiekwe. And ever since then, I'm like, maybe I should change my name to snokiekwe. It is one of my most used emotes. One of the streams I sub to has a kekw emote, but he's like a vampire. I use it so much that sometimes I'll even like, because you can also start typing an emote. You can type it out instead of searching for it. In fact, I use that emote so much that sometimes I find it quicker to just type out the name of the emote than search for it. So sometimes I have found myself in like normal phone text messages typing out the freaking kekw emote. I don't know, you're just gonna have to try. I'd say bring a laptop, but apparently those are not suffice. I tried running OBS on this laptop for these streams and it was not working. I had some cute scenes. I had a starting soon screen, an ending screen, all of the like mic and camera things figured out. The music would stream right to your device instead of you hearing it the way you hear it now. But nope. There is one girl I watch that sometimes she travels and she keeps her stream schedule when she travels. Because she has a girlfriend in New York, and so she'll go and visit her girlfriend. And she must bring a laptop or something. I don't know how her laptop is powerful enough to stream and run Elden Ring. And a camera. Yeah, I've thought about plugging my laptop right into the router instead of using Wi-Fi, but I don't think that internet is the problem. I think it's my laptop. It just doesn't have the specs to be able to stream. I actually pay for like the best internet that my company has. And the speed test is like several times faster than what you need for a stream. But if she can do it, so can you. I'm just kidding, kind of. You can destroy your PC by doing that? I mean, I can see like if it's not possible, but I didn't know you could like hurt your PC by doing that. Is it because of the heat? I know like if I try to run OBS just by launching it, not even connecting a stream or anything, the fan in my laptop turns on like full blast. That was another indicator that like, okay, yeah, it's probably my laptop and not the internet. Dang. And you know, like my work laptop probably is powerful enough to do it. To stream what I need to stream. All I need is, you know, the scenes and the multi-camera. That's it. There's no like running a game. But the OBS and then the other like camera software that I use needs to be updated, and I can't update it without an administration approval. Basically IT needs to like put in their password, and I'm like, great, we're on spring break. That's not happening. So like I probably could have made the OBS thing happen for these lives, but because of the timing, I couldn't. So hopefully I can get that stuff updated so that I'll be able to use OBS in the future. It will just be on my work laptop. I've heard that their latest update isn't good. I haven't heard what the issues are though. The hardest part about trying to figure all this stuff out and troubleshooting it is it's so technical, and there's so much like technical language to learn and understand, and I'm like, what is kbps? I don't know what this is. How do I increase it? Oh, they're crashing games. That bead's a little too skinny. I could ask one of my streamer buddies for help, but the issue with that is, and he would help me. He 100% would help me. But he lives in Arkansas. Like, it's so, I'm like, I feel like I need the person helping me to be like right next to me and just taking control of the mouse and showing me what to do. Because I can look this stuff up on Google, but like, I'm like, okay, I still don't know how to do whatever I'm reading. It'll be like, increase this and decrease that. And I'm like, what is that? And where's the button for it though? So complicated for no reason. But there are programs that make it less complicated for you, like Streamlabs is one that makes it kind of easier. But I think because those programs are built to be easy, they require more resources to run. So the more complicated OBS runs better. Actually, this probably be like 3. Not my chat who's here to see beading, learning all about OBS and streaming. Well, not all about it. You're only learning what I know, and it's not very much. Well, that's good. I know that's not the problem I'm having. It's definitely my laptop. My laptop is not... The laptop I have, I bought secondhand off of a refurbished site. I believe it was made in like 2017. It's an 8GB laptop. I don't remember all the other specs. I bought it strictly just to like run Rekordbox for a DJ controller. So I thought maybe I could use it for this as well, because I haven't been practicing or using my DJ stuff. So the laptop has like nothing on it. It has like nothing stored or saved on it. Hi Arlene, yeah, I'm using 2 needles. This piece is a commission. It is the mascot of a college. Ouch. I did digital art for them a year ago, and one of the pieces I did was I drew their mascot as a beaded piece. And when the president was shown the drawing, he was like, who beaded that? And they're like, no, this isn't real, this is a drawing. And he was like, wow, well, can she do a real one? So here I am doing a real one. But yeah, you know me, always doing them 2 needles. Almost got all these little red pieces filled in. This is exciting. Look at all these. I thought they were gonna be the biggest nightmare, which also like makes me a little nervous. What is gonna be the biggest nightmare then of this piece? I don't know when I'll be able to carry on live streams again. So I have no idea if I'll be working on this on live again or if it'll be finished before I start doing them. Like I said before, I have to do my streams in like phases. Like, oh, I'm gonna be live streaming this week. I'm curious, like, because these are small beads. These are size 13. They're teeny tiny. And a lot of them, it's hard to fit more than one run of thread through. And with one needle beading, you have to, like, send the thread back through. So I wonder how many people do one needle with tiny beads like this. There are different widths of thread, I will say. Maybe they use smaller thread than what I have. I don't remember what size mine is. Size D. So maybe my thread's too big? I don't know. You're doing leaves and they're spaced like the red spots. Yeah, I'm just moving on to the next one. The little pieces of thread to like travel with aren't really all that long. The only time I'd say like the longest you could like let your thread travel to like jump around on the piece. I'd say maybe not over like an inch. Anything from about an inch and under, you should be fine. Ah! No problem. Hopefully that saves you some time. one's too thick. I want a thinner one. All these beads keep catfishing me. Like, oh, you look skinny. I turn it on its side. You're not the right size. It must be in like the sleepy portion of the playlist. I think I have not had enough coffee today. I cannot listen to sleepy music. Yeah, they are, Arlene. I've been calling them the scam beads. I have definitely been calling them the scam beads. I ordered size 13, and this is what they sent. The bead shop I normally shop with, where I got the other shades, the black, the red, and the yellow, they were out of the size 13 white, so I went to another shop and ordered, you know, the white from there, and yeah, this is what they sent me. So I'm just running with it. I'm kind of treating it like a happy accident, and I'm going to consider the white beads as like adding some texture to the piece. Although this area is prominently white, so I'm not sure what I want to do for that. I decided on smaller beads for this piece because of how detailed it is. Typically, I just use size 11. Size 11 is like the typical size that everyone uses, which is what I think these white beads are. But because of how detailed this piece is, in order to make the detail work, I need tiny beads. And even then, these are still not really tiny enough. Oh yeah, the little white. I did do some of the spots over here already. The white beads are definitely perfect for these cute little spots. I just think that the white might not be so great for the rest of this though. So I might have to see if my girl has some beads. And you know what? She was in town yesterday. I found out because I'm also friends with the person who owns this shop. Not like close friends. We don't like text and yap and stuff. We're the kind of friends that like we say hi to each other when we see each other. But she is mutual. We do have a mutual friend that she was visiting with yesterday, and so I found out she was in town in my city because I asked the mutual friend, like, hey, you want to come over and have some dinner and visit? And they're like, oh, sorry, I'm with Ellie right now. So had I known she was coming up, I would have been like, hey, bring some size 13 white beads, will ya? So I don't have to pay for shipping. Just because she lives like a 5-hour drive and her actual brick and mortar store is that far away. There are no like places to buy beads in person around here unless I want to cross the border into Canada. In that case, I don't know if they have like a large enough stock. Like the last time I did look on their website to see if they had these, the size 13 white. So I'm like, I will just hop the border and go and get it. It's like $8 to pay for the border crossing because it's a bridge, so you have to like pay the bridge fare or the bridge toll. So like round trip, that's like $8. But they didn't have any, so. So I imagine they might not have any now. I feel like I'm almost just gonna have to fill in the black by like placing them wherever they fit. I'm gonna do this backwards. Actually, I loaded way too many beads on. There's no way I need all of these. It's kind of saddened me to say, but the place that I did get the white beads from, that wasn't my first bad experience with them. And I hate to be that person that's like, I'm never shopping with you again. But like, every time I shop with them, it's never good. So I'm like, I don't know if I trust y'all. What the heck? I just threaded a bead and somehow it's just not even on there anymore. That was so weird. Let's hope that I can fit this through like one needle-it. I don't know if it broke or if it just like popped off the thread somehow. Okay, sweet, it does fit. Are you in there working?
You know me so well.
I can tell you're working because I can hear nails clanking on the keyboard.
I'm actually working on our wedding website.
Oh, okay. All right. I actually thought about our wedding when I was in the shower today. I'm like, we need to think about some things.
Yeah, for sure. When you're done streaming today, I think we should. Yeah.
You got wedding zoomies?
Yes. Well, yeah, because I sent that message to my friends, and they're all excited, and so I'm like, I should get on the wedding list so we can get the invites out.
Now see, this is why I don't really like doing one needle and I struggle with it. So there's 2 black beads right here, and this second one, for whatever reason, did not tack down. I don't know if it broke or if it just slid off the thread somehow. So what I did was I did the one needle method where I brought the thread back up and then sent the thread back through the first bead to attach the second one. And for whatever reason, I just struggle with one needle, and you can see like this piece of thread right here poking up between the 2 of them. And yeah, there's like nothing I can do to make that thread disappear. So this is definitely not me saying 2 needle is superior and everybody should do it. This is why I do it, because I personally struggle with one needle. And now you can't see that thread anymore because I've tacked it. Skipping this song because I don't like the constant ambulance sounds in a song. Black marker. Okay, enjoy your food, organic. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet. I slept in till like 11:30. Got into the shower at about 11:45. Like, I can speed run this and be ready by stream. I didn't do bad, but I was still a few minutes late. And also, like, had a hiccup and had to restart stream because for some reason the camera went into vertical mode. Like, it went into like TikTok style instead of YouTube style. And it doesn't allow you to change it once you start the stream, so I was like, ah! What even is this morning? Oopsies, wrapped around the needle. Wow, look at that. Just getting filled up. Like this is a lot of space. Sorry, had to be a little happy about what's been done so far. It's a forever project. Definitely need another sideways one. Yeah, I was thinking about our centerpieces. Honestly, that was the one thing. Yeah, because I'm like, well, the other stuff can't really be paid for until we do like the bank stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what else is there to do besides the big expensive things? I'm like, oh, our centerpieces, like decoration.
Which we have sunflowers for. We have the candlesticks for. So yeah, we have some stuff that we can play around with.
You'll just have to show me what you were thinking.
Okay, yeah. Because I feel like my feeling about it has changed too and morphed a little bit. So I can show you what I like had in mind, and then we can kind of feel it out and see how we want to do it.
For me, I'm like, what materials do we need?
Right.
How do I replicate that look?
Yeah.
And then I was also thinking, I had seen something online not too long ago, and I can't remember if I like had screenshotted it or shared it with you. I know I wanted to, but I don't remember if I actually did.
Okay.
But like during the ceremony, you know how normally chairs are like facing where the altar is?
Yeah.
I seen somebody do like runway style seating, which I totally think we should do. It looks so cool.
Okay.
And it's like so everybody is in the first or second row instead of like row.
Yeah.
So the runway style is like where you have the aisle or like the runway and all the chairs are facing the aisle.
Yeah.
So it's like it would probably be like 2 long rows.
Okay.
And it's like so everybody can always see, and there's everybody is in like the first or second row. There's no like back row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
It
that.
seems more like inclusive and
Yeah.
also kind of different because I don't really ever see anybody do that.
Yeah. I wish we could go up and like do a setup test run.
I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been so long since we've even been in that room.
I know.
I do want to note as well that this red isn't exactly the correct shade. But I'm like, listen, this is what I could source. What else can I do? I think that's half the job of beading almost. It's not even doing the work, it's also like sourcing the stuff. It's the same thing for like the fabric heavy commissions that I take. The big ribbon skirt invest order. It's kind of hard to find fabric for those kinds of orders because you're like, all right, this is 15 items. You know, what was it? I think the last one I did was 9 ribbon skirts and 6 vests. It's a lot of fabric. And so you want to source something that's like good, but also like affordable, so you could keep the order from being like really expensive. And also the place has to have that kind of availability for that many yards. It's hard out here in these streets. I low-key hate that this isn't on a beading loom. Okay, I wish that this material was like kept nice and taut. Make sure that my beadwork is as flat as can be. It's not coming out bad. I feel like it could be a little flatter. Let's see. I don't know how many beads I can fit in right here. Three. I'm gonna swap these two out. Like 3 beads can fit there, but one of them needs to be just like a smidge thicker. There we go. That is much better. Dang it. I cannot get a good grip on this thread because it's kind of short. I guess maybe if I turn the project it would be easier. There we go. All right, so just a call fair warning, probably about 10 minutes before I'll be heading off. Start a new thread. I'm getting tired of how short this one is. Nice, not the flawless needle threading with a size 13 needle too. Flawless victory. All right, I need a little skinny one. squished. That's not skinny. No. Put that one on layaway. I don't find anything better. This one looks good. Okay, let's see. The spot is a little precarious. There's no way 2 thick ones would fit there. I also don't know if 3 would fit there. Maybe 3 thinner ones. I guess it fits this way if I like angle it down. I feel like I like that in term for like filling this area. I feel like there's just no right or wrong way to do this project. Which for some people might not be like a huge deal, but for me, I think the absence of a plan and sticking to it with this design is a little unsettling for me. It's part of the challenge I need to overcome, I think, with this. It's not just the amount of detail on like the piece itself that is challenging, it's also like how I have to complete it that's challenging. I'm gonna stop this line right here so I can put a white bead at the end of it. Definitely have a serious case of beater fingers right now. I wonder if I can fit like a thinner white one and a black one. So I'll load up the white one first and then see. No, I definitely cannot fit a black one. All right. In fact, I needed the thinner white one. Just gonna fill up this little space right here real quick. Like that song just sent me into the zone. It was cute. All right, I'll go ahead and bring up the tacking thread and send it back through, just so it doesn't loosen in between me working on this project, because this is where I'm going to stop for today. All right, so let me zoom out a little so you can see what we did. So here is the fish in all his glory. Today what we worked on was making all these little red, I don't know what to call these. I'm just gonna call them like droplet forms. Yeah, so we made all the little red droplet forms and then started filling this area in with the black and some little white dots. And yeah, 2 hours to do that. These little droplet forms and some of this fill. Takes quite a while to work on this project. Sadly, this is the end of this live series. Not the last live ever for sure, but the last one of this chunk of lives, and there will be a break between now and when I do it again. I'm not sure when I'm going to do it again. It just all depends on what I'm working on and what sort of time I have. Yeah, but this was really fun. I am thankful for everybody that came to hang out during live, came to lurk, comment, whichever. And for anybody who's watching the replays, I hope you enjoy these. I know some people like to watch these to like work along with them. It helps some people if they have something to listen to and somebody to body double, basically. And whatever reason you have for liking these, thank you. I like doing them too. They keep me on task. I get to know some of you. I also get to share some of my lore for any curious minds. And I look forward to the next time. So yeah, I'm going to sign off, and until then, Bama Peak Wapman.